What's going on, YouTube and cryptocurrency family? My name is Harry, and I'm a crypto vet. Thank you for tuning back in. I know I had the last 2 days off, Valentine's Day, so I haven't posted up any videos, but I will be back to putting videos up today as well as streaming. So thank you guys for coming back to watch my mediocre videos every day. So I appreciate that so much. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This promotes cryptocurrency in general. The more people that hear about crypto, the more money invested, and the more money that we can make here. And if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at XRP Veterinarian. The links for the Discord as well as my Twitch and everything else will all be down in the description. So let's go ahead and get started today. If we head over into CoinMarketCap, go ahead and just hit the refresh on this. We can see Bitcoin's at 48,000. We did hit 50K, up to about 50.8 on some exchanges, just depending on where you're at. So there's lots of bullish momentum. Money is flowing into the space. Everybody already heard about the Tesla. Lots of people will follow suit at this time. Apple and is going to be using things like BitPay to allow cryptocurrency with their card. So lots and lots of people are going to be flooding into this space very, very soon. This is just the beginning. If we did have a correction here, I imagine the correction would get bought up really, really, really fast. It's like, but can't just always think then we're going to go to the moon. Can't stay moon boys. Got to keep a level head. So let's see where we're at here. Ethereum still struggling to get over the 1800. To me, seems like something is manipulating that and keeping it where it is. Polkadot has overtaken Cardano and XRP with a $27 billion market cap, up to $30 now. Cardano just under $1. XRP down from 64 cents. Consolidating now, potentially finding support. Let's see who the biggest gainers are at this point. We have Cosmos up to $26, up 21%. I mean, look at this. We have lots and lots of things moving up. IOTA 127. And the biggest losers, we have 1-inch Algorand RSR. The graph, but if we look, we can see these are things that were typically up a lot in the past 7 days. So let's go ahead and take a look over here at Bitcoin. So I have Bitcoin up on the daily chart, and after we set our previous all-time high in the beginning of January, we started to form this little bit of a bull flag here coming down. It did extend down a little bit further than for comfort. We went below the 20 daily exponential moving average here. I'm going to go ahead and take off this so we can just keep it simple. We did bust above it, find support on the 20 daily exponential moving average. We started to come up. Tesla decided to buy $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Now, I know a lot of people say just because they bought a bunch of it, this is what caused the price increase. Most of that was bought, if not all of it, was bought over the counter. So it doesn't actually affect market price. The news and people buying Bitcoin and not shorting anymore is what actually caused the price to go up. So don't think just because of that big purchase, that's exactly what actually directly caused the price to go up. No, that's just the news caused it to go up because people decided to buy more, since the actual amount of Bitcoin on exchanges is very, very small in consideration to all the Bitcoin that is in circulation at this time. So then after that, we did find a little bit of a bull flag here, kind of going up, a pennant, however you want to see it. And you can even see here in the RSI where we kind of have this like cup and handle here. Cup and handle formation for it is very, very bullish. And the thing is we have to actually close above resistance. I would say like on at least an hourly, and 4 hourly would be much, much better. And then from there we can go off with the next target being up at around 54,000. But with a lot of people buying, why would you want to sell, right? So there's a chance that we could be going a little bit higher than that. But let's go ahead and just zoom in just a tad here. So if I zoom out on this here, we have the hourly. We can see where our first channel, descending channel, is going down. Came up above it, found it as support, started our run, Tesla, and now here we are at this point. So where do we go from here? And a lot of people have asked, how did I get the numbers and the price targets that we were going for? So a couple different ways. I'm just going to do a real short-term fib extension here. And if I come down to the bottom here, we can zoom up now and we can see that we have the one fib extension here is around $54,400, and depending on where you put this tool at, you're going to get anywhere between 53.9 and 55, like 6 or something like that. But if you do along the whole picture of Bitcoin, you get right around 54,300. 54,000 even is where I expect us to at least get to. This is a big even, so a lot of psychological pressure to sell at this point. But we do need to get above this resistance here, and this is the little pennant that we were forming. This was the uptrend in the middle, and currently we are below this uptrend, and it looks like maybe forming little M's with a little bit of a dump coming here. But as we come down, we're getting bought up really, really fast. If this next one comes up to about here and we start dumping down, we could be having a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern, which then would put us back down to potentially the $39,000, $41,000 region. So just as fast as we come up, we can go and come down. If we look into the past here, we can see where we've had these little like Bart Simpson patterns here, and whenever they come straight up, we tend to have them go right back down. So let's see where we had one of those. So right here, let me zoom in a little bit, where we had it straight up, we consolidated sideways. It looked like we were forming that same ascending channel. We had a high, we had a higher high, could not quite get back up. So you can see it looks like almost head and shoulders, but we had the initial rise, looks like Bart Simpson's head, and then we had the drop. So if we just come back over to here where we are now, we seem to be going into an uptrend, but if we have a drop down to about, say, 43,000, and then we start continuing up, but we still can't seem to get above this, we could trade sideways here for the rest of the month and then just have our drop. So something to pay attention to. We got the dogs playing with their toys right now. So that's just something to pay attention to. We will see where we go from here, and you know, keep a level head. As far as trades go, you know, definitely would rather long than short. If you're short, you most likely get screwed. Just trade as your friend until it ends. But as of right now, I'm not trading any Bitcoin. I'm trading mostly Ethereum and XRP. All right, so we move over to Ethereum here on the 4-hour. We are in what seems to be a very similar pattern. We have a uptrend. It is following Bitcoin pretty much to the T here, and we are staying above the exponential moving averages here, and we seem to be just kind of rounding out. Well, last time Ethereum did this was right here, where we rounded out one touch on the exponential moving average, 1, 2, 3, 4, bounced up. So now we have 1 coming back down very close to 2, but now we're getting much tighter than we did over here. So to me, the most likely thing would be to have a bounce the next time we came back down to, say, maybe 1600 here, or we could stay right on this uptrend, this green line that I have here, and potentially bounce to the upside. But as of right now, we don't know for sure. Something needs to solidify before I would trade this. So we'll just have to wait and see. Likely targets for this is like we're going to be hitting close to 2,000. Where is it at? Yeah, 2,200 at the 1.618. But we first need to get back over to the 2,000. And right now, the highest we've gotten to on Bybit here is 1883. So we'll just see if this kind of plays out, or if we're just forming just a big, nice round head and shoulders. 1, 2, and then we come down. 3. And we could go back to the downside. I still don't see it that likely, because for that pattern to play out, we would be looking back down at like $1,000 XR or Ethereum. However, that is where the daily exponential moving average would be. As you can see, the dark blue line down here. This is a 20 daily, 20 weekly. So again, keep an eye out here. You know, we are in territory where everything has moved up a bunch, and everybody is thinking just bullish, bullish, bullish. Very possible, but you know, keep a level head. Dollar cost average. Don't buy the top and then sell at the bottom. So I had a request to do Litecoin during the Twitch stream. So I have Litecoin here on the daily. We can see that Litecoin's all-time high was around 369. We've been forming these giant W here. W's mean you're about to win, right? So we're going up. We came up to as high as about 189. We confirmed the daily exponential moving average, formed a symmetrical triangle, and our breakout target was 215, and that 215 was met exactly. So now the best thing for Litecoin would be to form another symmetrical triangle right here to, let me see, something like this. stay above the daily exponential moving average, and another move just like this would put us close to around the 280, I think it is, 240 to 280 region. So we have another breakout. So something like this with, $300 being a psychological point for Litecoin, as well as the 369 all-time high. So, if we could stay within this consolidation period, a good buying point would be between 160 all the way up to, say, 180 for Litecoin. And then, of course, hopefully we get a breakout to the upside, but of course, buying at around 205, you don't want to buy the top for right now. Let's see if it consolidates. If it doesn't and you miss the boat, wait for the next boat. Don't just try and swim your way in the ocean to catch it. You're going to lose every time. So congrats to everybody who made this trade through Twitch with me. And like I said, if you guys have any requests or anything, I can't do all the requests through YouTube. It would take me hours and hours and hours to do all the videos. And I can actually answer your questions in person if you just hop onto the Twitch. So I'll go ahead and put the link again right up here for you. And then last but not least, let's go over XRP. We have XRP on the 4-hour. Let me put this on here. And everybody who's been following me knows that XRP is my favorite crypto. This pattern that we're coming into is very, very weird because we have a lot of overshot. We come down and we're forming either a giant symmetrical triangle with a 1, 2, 3, 4. And if we come down to here, that means we're going to come back down to around 48, 49 cents. Before we come back up to retest the top of this triangle. And the problem with these huge swings like this is it puts us at bigger risk for a dump, or again, a bigger pop to the upside. Now, a break to the upside is going to get us close to 84 up to $1, which then from there could take off. But also a bearish scenario, if Bitcoin was to dump at the same time, could put us all the way back down to 29 cents, 30 cents. Now, we're still waiting on news from Ripple and the SEC. I know that they did file something yesterday or today, and we should have a little bit of news by the 22nd, but then again, we may not have any news that could be beneficial or actual price action moving at this point. So we're just sitting here waiting to see. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and just throw in another buying point in around 48.5 if it does reach that price, because that would be a logical spot where we could find a little bit of a bounce. But zooming in, you can see that we are entering some spots where there's a little volatility. We have this little megaphone broadening wedge, descending broadening wedge. So you can see it has like a little bounce. It could have a little bounce. And then you can see that it can come all the way down as low as 40 cents before having another bounce. And this just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So hopefully we have good support along this trend line here at the bottom. And I can go ahead and get rid of all this to show you. But it looks like we are rounding out, and this is more of a bearish looks on the charts to me. We do have what looks like could be a double top, as well as this is a top, this is a top, so it means that price action would need to come down before it can go back up. So we'll have to see where this goes with the lawsuit and everything like that. And here on the 5-minute, we could see that we did hit the support line. We were bought back up quickly, but again, one little top, two, and now it looks like we're coming back down to retest it again. Now, if we hit here and come back up again, that could be a double bottom, and we could see a trend reversal at this point. But at this point, I'm just going to wait and see where we can go. I did enter a small little trade here. We're up $1,000 today. I did lose about 5K when Bitcoin dumped because for some reason Bybit did not fully stop out my order. So that was a little bit frustrating, but we've already recovered most of that through trading. So again, if you want to see all this stuff, follow me on Twitch as well as YouTube and everything, and I'll keep bringing you these signals as best I can. Catch you guys in the next one.